Masharallah, before I go into this lesson, we give all honor, all glory, and all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Bekakadash. We give double honor to the apostles and prophets and elders of James Camp, but I know as great millstone for the bring forth the 100% truth that I've been currently defined under. Shalom to the elect tabernacle of David, and I'm Robert Zaria coming to this lesson. The topic of the lesson today is the persecution of the prophets, which we did on live. I just doing a redo on it because I'm unable to post that live until further notice, until I'm officially in the camp. So let's jump into Matthew chapter 5, because we know that the prophets of Yahweh Shemar Shai, as they bring forth the message, or they are the mouthpiece of Yahweh Shemar Shai, usually gets how to put it, their name usually are brought low. There are many accusations against them, even though they have done nothing. We get precept that when we go to Matthew chapter 5 and verses 10, jump to verses 12, it says what? And blessed are they that are persecuted for righteousness' sake. So in other words, they have done literally nothing and are being persecuted and are being called names and are being spoken against in very wicked ways, which we know that is not the case. But go back and it says, blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Verse 11, blessed are ye when men shall revile you, like I was saying, and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. So these are the things that we are to endure, and we are happy to endure, because Scripture says what? Through much tribulations may we enter into the kingdom of power. And sometimes our own people, the 2/3 of our people, unlearned in the Scriptures, are going to come against us. Part of that is going to be our parents, our very mothers, our very fathers, our very children might come against us, speak against us, because I've seen it's happening now even to me. But I'm not wasting my time. I'm not fighting it. At the end of the day, it is what it is, right? All y'all do is fulfilling prophecy when they do something like that. It means that y'all are the ones that are without wisdom. Hence why multiple of y'all will be fighting somebody for bringing out this truth. And we are happy to be reviled and to be persecuted and to be called all manner of evil against us. We are happy for that to be taking place, because we know it's part of our tribulations. It's part of being furnished in this truth. It's part of being passed through the fire, that we are acceptable in the eyes of Yahweh Shemar Shai. Verse 12, it says what? Rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven, for so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. So you see, your reward in what? Heaven. Great is your reward in heaven. So keep it coming. As Abinah always say, if you don't like your haters, bring them to me. I will take your haters. Because all it's doing is furnishing you more. Preparing your mind, preparing your mental state to overcome and go through more things. If it's the will of Yahweh Shemar Shai, of course. So let's get next precept in Matthew chapter 11. I'm just scroll down. Matthew 11 and verse 17. And it says, and saying, we have piped, and here's the point. Here is the point. Because even according to Scriptures, even Yahweh Shai was being ridiculed by his own people for not doing anything wrong. Bible say what? He was found with no guile in his mouth. He had not sinned, nor was he found with no guile in his mouth. Roughly paraphrasing. And they still attempted to call him names and even push for him to get persecuted according to Scriptures. So let's read it. Verse 17. And saying, we have piped unto you, and ye have not danced. We have mourned unto you, and ye have not lamented. For John came neither eating nor drinking, and they say he had a devil. See? John, in other words, John did nothing wrong. A man who fulfilled his purpose on the earth for Yahweh Shemel Shai, and then die a horrible death. Come on, make it make sense. What has he done for you to call him a devil? Let me be real. Verse 19, it says, and the Son of Man came eating and drinking, and they say, behold, a man gluttonous and a winebibber, a friend of publicans and sinners, but wisdom is justified of her children. So even Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, the Son of the living power, the Messiah, the Savior of Israel, were ridiculed by Israel. But not all of Israel, of course, but many of the children of Israel. There's nothing we can do against that. They are going to have scoffers and mockers. It is part of the persecutions of the prophets. It starts off small and it's going to end up grand, where you might have even the same people who are scoffing and mocking at us, trying to capture us, to put us into prison so that we can be unalive for bringing out this truth. You know how this world is. You know how this world is going to get. It's only going to get worse. But hey, I am happy to be a part of that persecution, because then I know where I stand at the end of the day. So for those who want a wily scene, hey, like Abner say, bring it come. Swing through. You understand where I'm coming from? As the Trini language, swing through now, man. Swing through. Don't worry yourself. Alright? Now you go to Hebrews chapter 2. Alright? Verses 10. And it says, For it became him for whom are all things, and by whom are all things, in bringing many sons unto glory, to make the captain of their salvation perfect through suffering. So through that very suffering, through that we are to endure, that's what I said before, through much tribulation may we enter into the kingdom of power. And we get a precept, because through that suffering that we are to go through, it's only going to do what? Furnish us. It's passing through that fire and water, fire on one side, water on the next. And we are to pass through that straight and narrow path. That's all part of our tribulations as well, having your own people turn against you. Let me get a precept in Acts chapter 14 and verses 22. And it says, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must, through much tribulation, enter into the kingdom of power. Through what? Much tribulation. And part of our tribulation is also, when you're going through these things, is you being tested, you being tried. Why? Let's get that precept in Sirach chapter 4 and verse 17. It's from the what? From wisdom, from the Ruach, to ensure you are the right vessel to equip the Ruach, that you could remain sound in the faith, or predestinated or ordained to receive that salvation on this side. Then you have to be tried. Again, as we read, through much tribulation may we enter into the kingdom of power. As it says in verses 4 and 17, it says, for first she will walk with him by crooked ways, and bring fear and dread upon him, and torment him with her discipline, until she may trust his soul. So you see what he had to go through? Dread upon him and torment him. He have to go through his tribulations. He have to bear these afflictions. And he have to bear it still having that faith in Yahweh Shemel Shai, and not, even though he might break a sweat, not giving in and walking away. As scripture says, what? Many are called and few are chosen. In order for you to ensure you're chosen, you are to be tried by the Rakakwadash. In order for you to receive that wisdom and understanding, you are going to be tried at the end of the day. So going back, as it says what? Tormented him with her discipline until she may trust his soul and try him by her laws. Here it says, then will she return the straight way unto him and comfort him and show him her secrets, which to many of all of the GMS camp, it has been revealed unto them. Many of us are going through our afflictions. Many of us are going through a little hardship. It's part of strengthening you. It's part of getting you right. So you have to look at this as a way of testing so that you could try your best, have faith and trust in Yahweh Shema Shai, that you overcome the test in the right standing. Let me get that precept in 1 Peter chapter 3, chapter 4, verse 3 to 4. Chapter 4, 4 and verse 3. It says, for the time past of our life may suffice us to have wrought the will of the Gentiles when we walked in lasciviousness, lust, excess of wine, reveling, banquetings, and abominable idolatries, wherein they think it strange that ye run not with them to the same excess of wrath, speaking evil of you. You see that? So it honestly speaking, what was brought out here, it doesn't matter what you do. If you are forgiven, if you receive forgiveness, if your life is changed, especially coming into this truth, they will still find fault with you. Even if you give up all these wickedness and stand with Yahweh Shema Shai, they are still going to find fault with you. Even after knowing that what you are saying is true, they are going to still find ways to break that down as though it's not. This is the mindset. This is part of the persecution of the prophets. We are not going to be getting anything easy. We might have some times of mercy that Yahweh Shema Shai would have given unto us. But trust me, we have more to receive, more to endure, that is going to make our life hard. But once you have that spirit to be bold, to be confident in Yahweh Shema Shai, no matter what they say or do to you, you have nothing to worry about. Scripture say what? Strive for the truth even unto death, and Yahweh will fight for thee. Bible tell you that. So at the end, the mindset of the prophets, even though they are being persecuted, still at the end we are to strive for the truth. Let me get a precept in 1 Peter chapter 6, verse 6. It says, wherein ye greatly rejoice, though now for the season, if need be, ye are in heaviness through manifold temptations. This is part of your trial. It says in verse 7 that the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold that perisheth, though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. You can't get better than that. This is part of your test, part of your walking through the fire, to be refined as silver and tried as gold. So you can be full, as scripture say what? All scriptures are given as the inspiration of power, and is profitable for doctrines, for reproof, and for corrections, and for instructions in righteousness. In order for you to attain that, you are to go through temptations. We are to go through tribulations, because only how to receive the Rekakwadash is for they to what? Test you. try you at the end of the day. And it goes on to say what? That the man may be perfect and truly furnished unto all good works. So the persecution of the prophets is needed. It's part of our test, even down to the end. I'm going to precept. The precept I have in mind, I will bring it out just now, but I want to get this precept. In 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 3, I believe that precept. And it says, thou therefore endure, exactly, they said, thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. Verse 4, it says what? No man that weareth entangled himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who has chosen him to be a soldier. I want the next precept to add to that, because this is Yapa. It is part of your trials. We are to endure the hardness so that we could be firm in Yahweh Shem Yoshai. We could know where we stand as soldiers for Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. Then we can surely say at that time, these are the men that stood so stiffly for the name of Yahweh Bashim Yoshai. These are the men that were called out of this world for Yahweh Shai HaMashiach's sake. Roughly paraphrasing. Let's get a precept of 2 Corinthians chapter, before you close out. Chapter 11 and verse 21. It says what? I speak as concerning reproach, see, as though we had been weak, howbeit whereinsoever any is bold, I speak foolishly, I am bold also. Are they Hebrew? So am I. Are they Israelites? So am I. Are they the seed of Abraham? So am I. Are they ministers of Hamashiach? I speak as a fool, I am more. In labors more abundant, in stripes above measure, in prison more frequent, in debts often. So this is part of our going through the fire. Even Paul had to endure such hardship. Pray that Yahweh Shem shall give you the spirit when that time comes for you to endure yours. I'm gonna get one more precept. I'm gonna get one more precept. First Peter chapter 4 and verses 12. And it says, Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you. Listen, to try you, as though some strange thing had happened unto you. But rejoice, inasmuch as ye are partakers of Hamashiach's sufferings, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy. So he says, rejoice in as much as ye are partakers of Hamashiach's suffering. Rejoice. Stop worrying yourself. It's part of your trial. Endure it. The Bible says what? Hope at all things, endure at all things. Let me get up next precept. I know I said I close now there, but still like, yeah. One more precept. 2 Corinthians chapter 3. One more precept. Alright, it says what? Giving no offense to the ministry, but giving no offense in anything that the ministry be not blamed, but in all things approving ourselves as the ministers of power in much patience, in afflictions, in necessities, in distress, in stripes, in imprisonments, in tumults, in labors, in watchings, in fastings, right? By pureness, by knowledge, by long suffering, by kindness, by the Holy Spirit, by love unfeigned, by the word of truth, by the power of of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. It says by the armor of righteousness on the right hand and on the left, by honor and dishonor, by evil reports and good reports, as deceivers and yet truth, as unknown and yet well known, as dying and behold we live, as chastened and not killed, as sorrowful yet always rejoicing, as poor yet making many rich, as having nothing yet possessing all things. This is part of our journey to righteousness. No matter what is thrown at us, the point is to endure till the end. It's part of your trials to strengthen you. And the prophets of old, coming back to the prophets now, are not going to break and not going to bend and fold at the torment or the afflictions of the enemy, because the Bible tells you what? I love this precept. This precept has resonated with me from the beginning, and I will never let it go. It says, fear none of these things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil. Now, this is not talking about Satan. This is talking about this devil, which is the I forget the definition for it. I can't remember the name. Devil-like man. Or sorry, man that opposes the will of the Most High, of Yahweh Shem Shai, which starts with what Esau Edom cast the words of Yahweh Shem Shai behind thee. And we know they are ruling the earth today. So who is going to put you in prison when you continue to speak against them, prophesy against them, and not listen to them? It's Esau Edom. That's the devil. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Here's the point. This always resonates with me. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. No matter how much you suffer, many of the prophets have been put down after their great suffering for this truth and for Yahweh Shem Yoshai. And I can assure you that they will have that proper place where they are ruling over their very oppressors who did that to them. So have nothing to worry about. Fear not. Fear not those that could kill the body, but fear the one that could kill the body and the spirit and the soul. Because when he gave us that crown of life, it's game over for all those that have afflicted us. So bear your persecutions as a prophet. Bear them. We are to bear them. We are to endure until the end, even if it means our life being taken away. Because when Yahweh shall come on the scene and you in the right standing, what you think gonna happen? It's that same you that get your life taken away. You are going to change into a powerful flecking being, and the same people who take your life away, you will have the opportunity to do the same. Bible says it's a righteous thing to recompense tribulation to them that trouble thee. So those that were troubling you, you will definitely trouble them. So I hope this lesson and this information was edifying. I will say Shalom Yasharala, Kal Halalia, Yahawa, Bahasham, Yahawashai, Bahasham Makakodash. We give double honors to the apostles and prophets and elders of JMS Camp, but to know as great millstone for the bring forth the 100% truth that have been currently edified under. Shalom to the elect, the tabernacle of David. I am a brother Cesariak saying to you, Shalom until the next one. So Shalom.